In this video, I want to talk about the supporting connective tissue like cartilage and bone, and after that I want to talk about the fluid connective tissue, which are blood and lymph. First, about the cartilages. The cartilage has a firm semi-solid extracellular matrix which contains variable amount of collagen and elastic protein fibers. The mature cartilage cells are called chondrocytes and they are located in the spaces which we call them lacuna. And the immature and producing cells in the cartilages are like chondroblasts. Chondroblasts again are in the spaces of lacuna, but the shape of their lacuna are fusiform or oval when we compare them with the lacuna of chondrocyte. The cartilage is completely avascular, and when a tissue is avascular, healing and regeneration takes longer time or it doesn't happen. And we have three types of cartilages. We have hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage or fibrocartilage, and elastic cartilage. The first cartilage which I want to talk about is the hyaline cartilage. Before I start talking about this cartilage, I want to show you the chondrocyte and chondroblast. The cells which are round in the round lacuna are called chondrocyte, and the cells which are oval in the oval lacuna are called chondroblast. This space which is paler in the color around our cells are lacuna. Between the lacuna, you can see the matrix, and in the matrix, we should have protein and protein fibers and extracellular material. Now, for the first cartilage, which is the hyaline cartilage, the appearance of this cartilage is very clear and glassy because the collagen fibers which are located in the matrix are collagen fiber type 2. These collagen fibers are very fine, and the refractive index of these collagen fibers and the ground substance are the same, so we can see the matrix completely homogeneous. These type of cartilage are located in our joints and they can help joint movement. They are located in our trachea and bronchus and they can hold these airways open for us. They can move vocal cords and they help growth of juvenile lung bones. And their location are in articular cartilage, costal cartilage, trachea, larynx, and the fetal skeleton. The connective tissue, which we have around the cartilage here and here, are called perichondrium. This connective tissue is dense, irregular connective tissue. This is the real picture, and again, in the real picture, you can see the chondrocyte in the round lacuna in the middle of our cartilage, and chondroblasts, which are smaller, they are located around the cartilage. So you can see it here and here. And we have perichondrium on both sides of our cartilage. It covers our hyaline cartilage from all parts and all aspects. This is about the hyaline cartilage. The next cartilage in our body is called elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage is flexible, springy cartilage. Because of that, we call it elastic. It has elasticity, and we have elastic fiber in this type of cartilage. The chondrocytes are closely packed and surrounded by a small amount of extracellular matrix, as you see here. The elastic fibers are densely packed together and ensure that this tissue is both resilient and very flexible. And you need to know that the elastic cartilage and elastic connective tissue, both of them contain a large number of elastic fibers. However, the elastic cartilage is semi-solid, but the elastic connective tissue is very flexible and gel-like. The elastic cartilage is found in the external ear, and also we can find it in epiglottis. And you can see for yourself how flexible elastic cartilage is performing this experiment. You can fold your external ear or finger, hold it for 10 seconds, and then release it. Your ear spring back to the original shape because the elastic cartilage resists this deformational pressure which is made by your fingers. And this cartilage again is covered by perichondrium from outside. Again, here you can see the chondrocyte in the center in the round lacuna, and here you have chondroblasts, which are flat or oval shape in the oval lacuna, and the perichondrium is the dense irregular connective tissue around the cartilage. And the last type of cartilage is called fibrocartilage or fibrous cartilage. This is a weight-bearing cartilage. It has numerous coarse, readily visible protein fibers, which are collagen, and they are arranged in parallel layers, as you see here. These are collagen fibers. And between the collagen fibers, you can see the chondrocyte. In this type of cartilage, we cannot see the chondroblast. We have a very small amount of ground substance. The densely interwoven collagen fibers contribute to the durability of this cartilage. Cartilage can resist compression, and they can act as a good shock absorbent in some parts of our body. We can see them in pubic symphysis, the location where our two hip bones meet each other. We can see them in the menisci of our knee, and also we can see them in intervertebral disc. In this picture again, you can see the rows of collagen fibers, and these are the chondrocytes which are located in the lacuna. And the amount of this matrix are very few between these chondrocytes. The next type of connective tissue is called bone. The bone or osseous tissue is a calcified connective tissue. The bone connective tissue is more solid than cartilage, and they can provide the great support, and they are not that flexible. Bone tissue is extensively vascularized, and this is the difference between bone and cartilage. The extracellular matrix of the bone connective tissue contain organic components like collagen fibers and glycoprotein, and also they have inorganic components like calcium salt, calcium phosphate, calcium fluoride, or the other salts which we have in the bone. The bone cells are called osteocytes. They are the mature cell of the bone, and they are located in a lacuna. And we have two types of bone in our body. One type of bone is called a spongy bone. The spongy bone is located inside the bone, and they contain a lattice-work structure of bone connective tissue that is very strong but lightweight. They have porous appearance. They are covered by the compact bone, and we can see them in the head of the long bone and in the middle of flat bone. And the compact bone is denser and calcified tissue. And we have many neurovascular canals in this type of bone. It has a uniform histologic pattern, which I will show you in the next picture. They are calcified, and we don't have any visible spaces. They have a very complex arrangement, and the cells and matrix surround vertically oriented blood vessels in our long bone. picture of the compact bone. In the compact bone, we have a specific structure which are like the cross section of the onion. These structures or these subunits in the compact bone are called Haversian system or bone systems. Haversian system, in the center we have a canal which we call it Haversian or central canal, and they are longitudinally oriented in the long bones. We have blood vessels and nerve fibers in these canals. The cells which you have here, all of them are called osteocyte, and our osteocyte, as you see in this picture, have many processes, and we call them osteocytic process, and they are located in the space which we call it lacuna. The bone matrix are deposited in a concentric lamellae, and I will talk about these lamellae in the bone chapter completely for you. The function of our bone are movement, mineral storage, fat storage, which I forget to type it here for you, and blood cell production. These are the functions which we have for our bone. The other connective tissue is called blood. The blood is a fluid connective tissue, and in the blood we have many cells, as you see here, in different shapes. Some of them are red blood cells which can carry oxygen for us. Some of them are white blood cells which can perform immunity, and some of them are called platelets, can do blood clotting. And between these cells we have matrix. Our matrix only contain fluid, and this fluid is called plasma, and we don't have any fibers here when our blood is in healthy blood vessels. But when our blood vessels become broken or we have any problem in the blood vessels, these soluble fibers become insoluble, and you can see them visibly. They become visible. And the other type of connective tissue is lymph, and a fluid connective tissue is called lymph, and the lymph is derived from blood plasma, but it contains no cellular component or no fragments, and they are located between the cells, and finally they should return back to the bloodstream by a specific type of vessels which we call them lymphatic vessels.